If you've been doing your research for your upcoming Seoul, South Korea trip, you would have without a doubt come across Seongsu. After all, Seongsu-dong is one of the hippest neighborhoods in Seoul. It was once an industrial hub known for its factories and shoemaking workshops, but today, it is known as the Brooklyn of Seoul, offering an eclectic mix of culture, art, food, and shopping. There is literally so much to do here though. I think I've been to Seongsu 4 or 5 times and I still keep discovering new places to check out. And so if you're headed here for the first time, this is my fat guide for absolutely everything you need to see, eat, try, and do at one of the trendiest spots in Seoul. By the way, if you're new here, hi, I'm Steve from the Fat Life Project, and welcome to my channel that is full of travel guides just like this one that will help you travel through cities around the world like a pro. And so if you love traveling, I highly recommend smashing that subscribe button so that we can go on more fat travel adventures together. Oh, and if you're a subscriber, welcome back. How's it going? I think you're gonna enjoy today's video. And with the introductions out of the way, let's get into it, shall we? Seongsu is super accessible and convenient to get to as the neighborhood is well connected via the Seoul Subway Line 2, known as the Green Line. I would recommend you get off at the Totoksum station at exit 8, as it is a short walk from there to the center of Seongsu, where you find popular brands like Musinsa Standard and also one of the largest olive yarns in South Korea. However, if you want to start off your Seongsu day with some food instead, you can get off at Seongsu Station Line 2, as it is a much closer walk to Seongsu's Cafe Street from there. I like to start my day off with a meal just to fill me up for the long day of exploring ahead, and if you're in Seongsu, you're gonna be absolutely spoiled for cafe choices. Here are some of my favorites. And I absolutely love my salted bread, so I'm gonna start off this section with Jayeondo salted bread, which is located in the heart of Seongsu. Their signature salted bread is to die for. There's almost always a queue here, so I recommend coming first thing in the morning. I usually kick off my Seongsu excursions here. It's not hard to find the place. Simply follow the aroma of their salted bread, which has gained a cult following for its perfectly golden flaky crust and soft buttery interior, enhanced with a delicate touch of sea salt. There are a few places in Seoul that do salted bread, but for me, the version at Jayeondo is the perfect representation of what salted bread should taste like. Simple, no frills, and so good. And just in case you can't tell, I am obsessed with salted bread, so I also wanted to recommend another salted bread bakery here in Seongsu. You know, in case you decide to visit Seongsu a couple of times and need some alternatives. Beton salted bread has a slightly different take on the salted bread. It is shaped differently, like a croissant almost, and comes with some variations on the fillings. I had a plain one and one that was filled with jam filling, and both were pretty darn good. I actually think the saltiness of the bread enhances whatever filling the bread has. Seongsu is also known for its quirky spots with stories to tell, and Daelim Changgo is a perfect example of this. It resides in a gigantic warehouse conversion that somehow manages to mix in a futuristic Star Wars themed decor. Their pastries are also delicious. I saw a pandan kaya croissant, and as a Malaysian, I could not resist getting it. However, I also spied with my little eye this viral tissue bread, so I had to get that as well. It is a great little spot in the central of Seongsu to take a break and chill out. I imagine that it must be so hard to stand out amongst the bakeries in not just Seongsu but also in Seoul in general. But this next one has officially become my favorite. Yes, like most of the bakeries slash cafes in Seoul, it scores high points for decor and aesthetics. I mean, at this stage, it is a given and I was expecting this. What I did not expect, however, was how freaking delicious this creme brulee toast was. Everything from the warm, fresh brioche toast to the custard sauce to the burnt sugar to the berry jam that you have with the toast was absolutely heaven. My only regret here was that I came alone and was not able to order more. I really wanted to try the pistachio counterpart to the creme brulee toast, or this rather interesting one called ex-boyfriend. This bakery is known as Standard Bread and you have to check it out. There are also 2 more bakeries in Seongsu that are worth checking out in case you need even more options. Seongsu also has a Cafe Onion that I still haven't been to, as I've already been to Cafe Onion in Anguk and can recommend their Pandora and Strawberry Tart. Another one to add to your list would be Nudake. Again, I haven't been yet because I've already been to the one in Gangnam, but can honestly recommend you drop by. I especially love their onniwasons. The places I've mentioned so far are more breakfasty, brunch places, and so if you're after some savory options appropriate for lunch or dinner, here are my favorites. Starting off with my personal favorite, Boseunghall is a Korean restaurant chain, and I always come here for their pork soup and rice set that is served with some Korean side dishes, aka banchan. The pricing is also cheap. I think this was 11,000 Korean won, and the best part is that they are open 24/7, making it a perfect stop to drop by for lunch, dinner, or a sneaky post-night out meal. I have actually heard a lot about this next spot before I went. Solsot in Seongsu is a popular Korean restaurant renowned for its premium hot pot rice dishes, or sotbap, served in individual stone pots. There is almost always a queue here, so I recommend going at lunchtimes on a weekday if you can. I waited for about 15 minutes before I got in. The hot pot comes with a variety of toppings, and although the beef looked amazing, I decided to go with the abalone. You are meant to finish up the rice, which should be paired with side dishes and also rolled up with some seaweed. Though my favorite part here is in the end, where you pour in some of the broth to the pot and scrape out all the crispy rice at the bottom, mix it with the broth to create a congee like this to finish up. This cost me 17,000 Korean won, and guys, it is so freaking good. Another place that has gone viral all over social media that I still haven't been to is Somunnan Gamjatang. The reason I haven't been to though is because I often travel solo, and the place requires at least 3 or 4 people to properly finish a huge bowl of pork bone soup. But I know I'll eventually try it, and so when I do, I'm gonna try to link it here or here as a YouTube short. But it is a highly popular spot, so I thought I would include it in case you get to it before I do. But Seongsu is known for more than food. It is also a fashion hub. Here you will find a huge selection of international and local designer brands. And so in this next part, I'm going to show you some of the places that I constantly come back to whenever I'm in town. In terms of clothing, my personal recommendation would be for you to drop by Musinsa Standard first before any other shop. It is like the Zara of South Korea, and the pricing is reasonable, but more importantly, browsing through the aisles at Musinsa Standard will give you a pretty good base understanding of what the latest Korean fashion looks like, so that you know what to look for when you head to the other shops. One thing I've noticed about Koreans is that they do not enjoy fragrances that are overwhelmingly strong. Subtlety is key as far as fragrances go. There are a couple of Korean fragrance brands, but I find myself coming back to Tamburins the most. They are known as the sister brand of eyewear labeled Gentle Monster, and you can definitely see the similarities in the store's decor. In fact, you can see my containers are empty, which is why I topped up the last time I was there. I have already opened up the wood salt beach. They also do their scents in smaller bottles like this, perfect for traveling. That being said, I think they have about 8 main scents. I recommend giving all of them a go so that you can find your own. Speaking of Gentle Monster, their store in Seongsu is also worth checking out, if not only for the decor. Again, much like Musinsa Standard, I recommend starting here if you're after some eyewear, as it gives you a pretty good idea of what's currently trending in Korea. And you can of course just buy at Gentle Monster. I have a few of their sunglasses which are still in my rotation, but if you're after similar designs on a budget, I recommend checking out Blue Elephant instead. They have quite a large variety of designs, which is perfect if you're indecisive or like a lot of variety, as the prices are definitely cheaper than Gentle Monster. But I know a lot of you who are traveling to South Korea will want to do a lot of K-beauty shopping, and there are, by the way, plenty of individual brand stores in Seongsu, like for example Toridon, which makes one of my favorite hydration serums and masks. But you will basically find every single Korean K-beauty brand under the sun at the largest Olive Young flagship store that's located right in the heart of Seongsu. The flagship store spans across 5 floors at the factorial Seongsu building, and apart from skincare, you will also find makeup, grooming products, health supplements, and many other things. There are also stations that help you find your makeup, shade, etc. Honestly, by the time you're done here, you will not have time to do anything else, and also if you're like me, your luggage bag would already be full. By the way, I'm aware that many of you have been asking for skincare regimes or K-beauty product recommendations. I promise you a video is coming. But in the meantime, if you have a question that you want me to address in the video, feel free to let me know in the comment section, and I'm gonna make sure that happens. There is also always some form of exhibition happening in the area. Like for example, when I was there, I went to check out the Pixar exhibition, and that was amazing. The exhibitions do change from time to time though, so I would highly recommend searching for latest exhibitions in Seongsu right before your trip. In terms of permanent exhibitions, you may also wish to check out the Daelim Museum. Seoul Forest is one of the city's most beloved green spaces. It is an urban oasis that spans over 1.1 million square meters. It is often compared to New York Gyeongdok's Central Park and is a popular spot for locals and visitors alike. This is especially evident on the weekends where it transforms to a vibrant gathering place for families, couples and cyclists enjoying the natural surroundings. Its proximity to the trendy Seongsu makes it perfect for a relaxing stroll anytime you need a break from the hustle and bustle. But one of the things that is always right at the top of my list of things to do no matter what city I'm in, and you would notice if you're a subscriber of mine, is to check out a good speakeasy or secret bar. And if you do as well, here are some that I would recommend to check out in Seongsu. The first one's located at the back of an apparently empty meat and cheese shop, but slide open this white door to enter a hidden speakeasy that is reminiscent of the Prohibition era. I mean, they even print their menus on newspaper cuttings that contain news about the banning of the alcohol during the Prohibition era. I really enjoyed it here. But if you're after something a bit more quirky, I highly recommend dropping by this outdoor shoe workshop, which is of course located on the handmade shoe street in Seongsu. Have a peek around and see if you can find the secret entrance to a Cinderella theme bar, of course, where all the drinks are served to you in a stiletto. Cute concept aside, the drinks are also pretty darn good, and I've actually been back to this place I think 2 or 3 times since. Highly recommend. One thing that makes Seongsu quite unique is no visit is ever going to be the same, as there are always some kind of pop-ups happening in the area. Like for example, one of the most prominent pop-ups when I was there was this Bratz doll collab with Gentle Monster. To be updated on the latest pop-ups, I would actually recommend checking out this Instagram right before your trip. I do hope that you found plenty of value in today's video, and if you have, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all the good things you know are going to appease those holy YouTube algorithm gods, but much more importantly, will just make my day as a content creator. Specifically, if you have a question or feedback for me, do let me know in the comment section, as I do love hearing from people who watch my videos. If you're headed to South Korea for the first time, you may wish to also check out my first timer's guide to South Korea. I'm gonna link that video at the end of this video so that you can check that out next. Speaking of heading to South Korea for the first time, you may also wish to download my free first timers PDF guide containing a pre-travel checklist, discount codes, where to stay, and also absolutely everything you need to see, eat, try, and do whilst you're in this wonderful city. I've included the download link for that PDF file in my description box. And if you got to this point of the video, 50 points to Gryffindor for you. But also, thank you so much for watching. I know I say this every single week, but it's because I mean it when I say it means absolutely everything to me. Wherever this video finds you, I hope that you have a fantastic day ahead, or that you've already had a good day. I will see you real soon in the next video. Ciao!